Mr. Monkey.
Mr. Monkey,
Do you know
here.
Bree's
Mr.
real
Monkey,
name?
Mr.
Some
Monkey,
people
Mr.
question
Monkey,
it. I think
Mr.
there's
Monkey,
a
Mr.
rock star.
Monkey,
He's
no.
real
Mr.
people. Any comment on that?
First of all, I'd like to thank all the members of the press who were able to make it out here today. I know this was short notice, but it was something we thought it was time to talk about. I'd also like to thank our fans, of course, everybody on YouTube and on the message boards who made this thing happen. I don't think anybody involved in this project had any idea it would blow up the way it did. We're all really excited about that. I also want to issue an apology to anyone who feels that they were duped or in any way betrayed. We never had intended this to go as far as it did in terms of people questioning, isn't she real? It was really meant to be some fun and a project for a lot of the people we were involved with, and I hope that most of you enjoyed it. That certainly seems to be the case. Right now, Owen is passing out a press packet to all of you. I'm going to go ahead and take a few questions while that's happening, and then I'm going to refer you to the packet for the rest of your inquiries, and I'm going to go ahead and leave. All right, any questions? Yeah, yes, you, sir. You, sir.
Why has nobody been able to identify the actors who play Bree and Daniel?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. In fact, the answer is that both Bree and Daniel are actually puppets that were made by our workshop. Each of them is run by several purple monkeys inside the Bree suit and the Daniel suit. Actually, for most of the scenes that you see, the Daniel suit is just the top half of Daniel. The bottom half is a prosthetic. That's why he's usually lying down or sitting, because it takes fewer monkeys. Bree is more fully animated. That's really great work that was done by our shop. We had a name for them initially. They are part monkey and part puppet, and we had called them Muppets, but that turned out to be a copyright infringement of an existing product. So they are now called McCumpets, and that's been much more difficult for people to remember, and so we usually just call them monkey puppets, which really negates the need for a special name at all, and means that some of our development guys wasted a lot of their time with that name, or actually both names. Anyway, other questions? Yes, sir.
A lot of clues seem to point to the involvement of Brian Fleming in Lonelygirl15. Was he involved?
Oh, well, that's really kind of ironic. I think that some of the things you're referencing are some different things within the webisodes that seem to be addressing the issue of a beast. The Beast, Daniel Beast, is one of the names of our character, and as you know, Brian Fleming is involved with a film called The Beast that's coming out. Also, some of you have made the correlation between the photo of Aleister Crowley and the nickname The Beast. That was all intentional, but the Brian Fleming connection was not where we were going with that. That's actually a reference to an old alternate reality game called The Beast that came out when AI was first released, the film AI, the Steven Spielberg film. And a lot of our community, a lot of the people who have been involved in this project, and people who are fans out there were familiar with that. We wanted to give a little nod. It was kind of a tongue-in-cheek, that people would recognize that we knew what we were doing and we weren't trying to fool anybody. The same thing, you may recall that in the episode Daniel Returns and More Interesting Factoids, Yay, that there's a reference to the collective reasoning ability of ants. That was also a reference to collective community problem solving, which is a big thing that these alternate reality games have come back to time and again. We wanted to illustrate some of those things. Some of the more clever of our observers out there noticed that there was actually a picture of the devil on the wall until we switched it with a picture of Crowley, as we noticed that too many people were watching and it was going to be too easy for them to make the correlation that why does this supposedly very innocent, very religious young lady have a picture of the devil on the wall. We switched it with Crowley, which allowed for a lot more supposition about what exactly that meant. Was she one of the followers of one of Crowley's religions or an offshoot religion? Anyway, the Beast references, I'm sorry, Brian Fleming. I think you will probably take this all very well, but I'm sorry to the rest of you who bothered Brian Fleming about this, and I'm sorry that you had to release an official denial that you were involved. Also, our inclusion of Cassie was a choice on our part to steer people towards the notion that this might be part of the forthcoming Kathy's book that Sean Stewart and Jordan Weissman are working on, which many of you know involves the community that has been such a part of the alternate reality gaming phenomenon, as well as viral marketing campaigns throughout the last few years. All right, one last question before I go.
Will you be continuing the Lonely Girl plot in another venue?
All right. Well, that's a very good question. It's a very popular question. No, we don't intend to continue this story, at least in the manner it's being told right now. And part of that is that we have a lot of SAG workers involved who feel like they weren't getting enough
I'm sorry? What is SAG?
Oh, Simian Actors Guild. Yes, the monkeys who run the suits feel like they aren't getting enough exposure. Obviously, my character has been an on-screen character, which has been a lot of fun for me. However, the people who run the Monkuppets, they feel like they're putting all their work into this, and nobody even knows they're involved. So, for their sakes and the sakes of their careers, we've decided we're going to come clean about this, let you all know that it was just a large, elaborate monkey PR stunt, and hope that all of you had a good time with it. We would like to do something in the future, maybe just in terms of an audio, or maybe just in terms of some more traditional storytelling, a novel or something like that. All right, I thank you for your time. If you all look, you should all have a press packet that looks like this. And no more questions right now. You'll find contact information in there if you want to email us questions in the future, and we will respond to those in a timely manner, I assure you. Thank you. Thank you all for your time, and thank you for making Lonely Girl 15 such a great phenomenon. That's all.
Something else.